This movie has the potential to be revamped into a horrible American remake. But that's a good thing. Welcome back to my channel. It's Tyra here with another struggle review, here to discuss the new Korean Netflix film, The Call. Now, when I say that this movie has the potential to be remade for an American remake, and that being a good thing, is because often we get, The Ring, The Grudge, Old Boy, movies that were so good that they use that reference material to go, hey, oh my God, we should remake this. And often it doesn't hold up. But I can see this being that great of a film that someone might try to remake it. It was that good. Before we get into what was so good about this film and why I feel like you guys should watch it, I need you guys to drop down and like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that, and then we're going to come back and discuss all things The Call. Initially, first seeing this film, I prejudged because I saw the title. As soon as I saw The Call, all I could remember is One Missed Call, that horrible movie we got too long ago, and all of the other movies that we get, referencing phone calls. If you miss this, and get the phone and the picture and the chat. I just was not here for it. Do not prejudge this movie just because of the title. Watch it. It's worth your time. The movie consists of us following a young girl who's visiting, her sick mom, and she's, in their childhood home, and she happens to come up on a phone that puts her in contact with the girl, mysterious girl, but at first glance, a friendly girl who happens to be in the past that is being tortured by her mom. Follow me. Now, it seems like a lot just listening to the premise, but when you get into the story, you have absolutely no problem wrapping your head around what's going on and following along. Now, initially, we do feel sorry for this girl, first hearing and noticing the problems that she does have going on at home, but soon we find out that's not quite the case. Now, to start off, I absolutely love the premise of this film and how we are able to go back and forth between the past and the present, the future and the now. It was wonderful. It was really seamless too. I love that the story gave us so many plot points and so many things going on, and yet it did not confuse anybody. So many times with any genres, we get, the storytellers trying to do so much, and it becomes, a convoluted story that you're kind of following, but not really. Here, it worked so well, and it was so effortless, the way they were going back and forth in 20 years here, and now we're in the present, and now we're in the past. Everything worked so cohesively and gave us a really great story, and I was really happy to see something so challenging here. And horror, horror can be complex. Give us some story. We want some. I love that we got so much time invested in our main character. So many times in horror, we get, straight to the kill, straight to the final girl, and there really hasn't been enough invested in her to make us really feel for her or care about her life. Here, I was so invested and was so concerned with her present self and her past self surviving. I was like, oh, is she gonna make it? Please leave her alone, girl. Run, girl. Hide, girl. Do something. Don't just let this happen to you. I was really, really invested in all the characters here, but that main one, she could have easily just been wrote off as, the final girl, and we're watching her survive and go through, the motions that this, villainesque person on the phone is sending her through. But no, you really, really cared about her and really felt for her, and I really liked that we got so much family time with her. There was so much build up to when you finally got to the finale, you were really there with her and hoping that she made it out. Now, I also really love the way that the The house and the setting was utilized here. So many times we get, big budget splurged on so many other things that I think the stories lose focus on, what's important. Those characters, the build up, the acting, and the setting. We didn't need much here. By the end of the film, that house became a character in itself. They really utilized what they had, by changing minimal things, settings, props and things were in the house that were in the house, making the house go from being vibrant, at this point in the year, and later on being, distressed and burnt down. Like, those things work so well. I really love the house here and the role that it played in the way that the directors used it to their advantage. And I just truly love all the suspense that this movie offered. You guys don't understand how exciting it is when we get those horror films, those gems that not only give us horror and, suspense, but it also makes you think. This movie was very smart in the way that, it pushed the narrative along and the plot. Everything was used and idolized. Everything served a purpose. Every actress here served a purpose. The mom, the dad, the protagonist, the, surrounding members in the community. Everybody. I'm trying really, because I always give, spoiler reviews. This is a non-spoiler one. I'm trying something different. Everybody here served an absolute purpose. Like, there were no, unwanted, unnecessary kills for kill's sake. This was a very smart horror movie. Give us some more. Even when you get down to the blood splatter and, the color patterns, the play on, the neon, the way the blood, went on, to the face, and just everything was so calculated here. I was so invested, like midway, especially towards the end. It wasn't even a short movie, but I found myself wanting to see more. I wanted it to go on and on. So by the time we really got to the end and we saw, how everything intertwined, it was like, oh, it was good. Getting back into that blood, I like that this movie was not afraid to kill. I was a little nervous, when we got a female here as our villain. And it was like, because sometimes, with the female, we can tend to go a little softer, and we're going to get into the villain. I am saving her for last. We're going to get into her. I am saving her for last because, man, she made this movie. But, that blood and that gore, the little, body horror that we got, it was so good and so well done. Nothing looked cheaped here. Nothing looked overdone. We got, a little bit of CGI, but it wasn't so heavy-handed that it took me out of the story. Really good. And last, let's get into our villain, our murderess, I am not going to say her name because I don't want to butcher Oh Young. You know what? Let's just not do that. She was a riot. I loved her. The actress portraying our main villain, murderer, crazy, bonkers here, man, you just knew and she played it so perfectly. When she first, got in contact with her and she answered that phone, even though she was being helpful, and you get the whole premise of, her being able to go back in time and we can change things, and she's being helpful, there is that looming thing of, what? Her mother might not just be, torturing her. There is something going on. You see something under the surface, and when we get it and it slaps us in the face, it's like, she was, this was her end game the whole time, and the way she played it, it was so good. The acting here on all parts, well-round, the mom character, the dad, everything was so good. I always love to see, the Japanese Korean family foundations because they're so strong, as far as their family dynamics. So to see it here and to see it, kind of thrown in a horror setting, but you get to see, how strong her mom is and her dad in the end, especially her mom, as far as, no spoilers. But, baby, she was so good. I always love a good horror movie that's willing to kill a kid. If that's probably sounds so bad. But you know those movies, you know we have certain movies where we always have to end on a happy note, or you have to see that villain die. You have to see that maniac shot up at the end. And most definitely, you know, we might, you know, get an old lady. We might get a woman. Definitely kill a man. But you know, sometimes it just acts like, you know, the kids are so untouchable. I had no doubt, bones, nothing in my body that she would not have taken him. Like, little mama, like, do what you need to do in the present, because she about to take you out. She has no giving. She came to kill and leave. Get out of there. She was so convincing and so good. Like, she was crazy, and I loved it. I loved it. Like, it was so well acted. Like, you really felt like, just do whatever, do what you can. And even with, you know, our other main character, our lead, that beautiful woman from Alive, you just felt, you know, hopeless for her, that she was giving and trying to do everything that she could. But that's when this fabulous premise comes in of, you know, how much can you really do in the present when she has, you know, all this control in the past. I absolutely love this film. Loved it. I'm gonna actually watch it again. It was that good. But that was my review on this film. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop down and let me know what your favorite things were in this film. I was trying something different with this video and trying not to do any spoilers and just flat out talk about a movie for 30 minutes. Because if you are a subscriber, which I hope you are subscribed, y'all, you know that that's my thing. But I wanted to try something different here and see how you guys react. But, you know, comment below. Let me know what you thought about this film. I hope you guys enjoyed my review. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.